I think industry played a huge part in the history of Llanelli Rugby Football Club. I think a lot of the players worked in the industries. You know, when I was a young boy growing up, going to watch the Scarlets because they were my heroes, people worked in the steel industry. There were miners coming from the Gwyndraith Valley and other parts of West Wales who played for the club. Men worked in the tin plate industry. The docks was strong in Llanelli in those days. So it was very much a working class town and a very much a working class club, I believe.
I can remember back the first touring game I actually seen, when the All Blacks actually played Llanelli. I'd have been 11-year-old, 12-year-old. And any touring match in the town was a huge occasion. Industry in the town would actually close. And they usually were Tuesday afternoon games. And all the schools were marched down. And I was one of my school that actually came down, and they, in front of the Tanner Bank and around in front of the stand in those days, they'd put planks down on beer crates, and we'd all sit around.
Looks useful. And it's there.
And rugby really was, without a doubt, as far as I'm concerned, it was the heartbeat of the town, you know?
And you know, Llanelli town itself was a working man's town in them days. Of course, it's altered a lot now, but 40, 50 years ago, you know, it was a working man's game, and everybody looked forward to Saturday afternoon to spend the afternoon at Stradey Park.
It was a religion. There was nothing else. Yes, we had religion on a Sunday, but on Saturday there was only one religion, and that was rugby.
And we walked on the railway line, and there'd be hundreds of supporters walking to Stradey Park, and it'd be full of guys who had just finished work with their working clothes on, going straight to the game. And you felt, gosh, these guys didn't have time to go up to change, these men, these great men, and I thought they were great men.
The All Blacks weren't invincible, and the Llanelli coach, Carwyn James, knew that. Under him, the British and Irish Lions had given New Zealand a mauling the previous year. This charming and entirely inspiring man knew that history can repeat itself.
We felt ever so proud that Carwyn had achieved that goal of beating the All Blacks in their own backyard, and to have him as coach, he brought a new dimension to Llanelli. And I can remember him saying, "It's our centenary, boys, but there's one game that matters above everything, the All Blacks, and we've got to beat the All Blacks."
That's better. Close on him, Gareth.
His first training session back
Eyes on the ball, John.
in August, I'll never forget him saying, right, we've had our opportunity as Lions, it's going to be our opportunity now as Llanelli, you know, we can beat the All Blacks.
That it was a greatest honour in my rugby career to lead Llanelli on that day. And I'd been fortunate enough, I'd been on 3 Lions tour and won about 25, 26 Welsh Cups. And I said I'd give it all away, I said, just to win this game today.
We walked in the dressing rooms, think, wow, we're flying high here. And they get into the dressing room, we're there before the All Blacks, the Black Blazers, like, they're dour guys, this is serious stuff.
He was the life and soul of the changing rooms, full of drama and full of emotion. But on that day, Grav wasn't as noisy as he can be. I think he realised himself. And the both of us in the changing rooms before the game stood on the benches with the small windows in the changing room, and we both were up on the benches watching the All Blacks arriving, and B was nudging me and I was nudging him and said, "Look at the size of them, look at the size of them. Look at them," he said, "look at them." And we were both like in awe, and we were both looking at them as if we were supporters, you know. I said, "Glad we're going to be playing against these now in 20 minutes. Oh, gee, look at the size of them."
Only our best to do today. Our very best. Because I don't want them to get the initial advantage, any psychological advantage, in those first few minutes. Okay, is that perfectly clear?
And this was your one chance, only one chance you were ever going to have in your life, to beat the All Blacks in your own backyard.
You should be fully emotional inside you, but at the same time, when you go out there, your brain must be high school. We've got to do a clinical job this afternoon. A clinical job. We're going to win this game. Now think about it. Think about it. It's a thinking game.
think it must have taken us 20 minutes to get off the field at Straddy. And everybody was part of the game, not just the players, you know, the spectators, you know. It was a great joy for them as well. And you felt for them, you know, they followed Llanelli year after year after year. And, you know, it was something for them as well that we had beaten the All Blacks. It was a great honour for the town.